What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again. And what a week it's been for Everton, eh? Well, I said week, what a few days it's been for Everton. Breaking news yesterday about the freaking group. And then a really gutsy, strong performance, which has meant that it was Arsenal 0 and Everton 0. Look, Arsenal had chances. Everton had very little. I predicted we'd lose this game 2-0. John predicted we'd lose 3-0. A couple of my friends were saying it was going to be 5-0. The players showed heart, desire, aggression when needed. I was really happy with the performance today. I was really, really happy with the performance. And I know it wasn't pretty, and I know it wasn't great. And it's going to sound silly, but the players clearly can't pass to each other. Tactically, they're inept, some of them, but they all played with heart and fight today. Not one of them let the side down in terms of, trying to run or, trying to do their bit. I thought Enjoy was quiet, but then as he got into the sort of later stages when Arsenal were tired, that was where he was able to get down the line a little bit. He beat a few players, and to be honest, Everton should have made more of those opportunities. There was one right at the end of the game. It was a counter attack. It was 3v2 in Everton's favour, and we didn't do anything with it. But Arsenal clearly showed they were a good team. They were literally banging on the door all game, and Everton withstood it. We were strong, disciplined defensively, and yeah, I must say I'm really, really happy with that performance, but not from the performance side, not from the footballing side, but from here, the heart, the desire, and that meant a lot. Look, it might mean that it's because the Freakins are coming in, and there's a whole new takeover, and there's a different energy, different feel around Everton. The stadium's being handed over next week. The takeover will be completed next week. Blah, blah, blah. All of these positive things. But really happy. Sean Dyche, he set up the team right. I did question Decore again. I seem to question him every week, but he definitely helped today. Those legs, he definitely helped. His distribution's not great, but he definitely helped. But yeah, if I'm being honest, I'm really happy. I'm really, really happy. The other thing I'm going to say is there was a player today that me and John, and obviously I'll come on the debrief tomorrow and we'll have a chat about it, but I think me and John completely disagree on Calvert-Lewin and Brozier today. So I'm interested to see what you say in the comments. And obviously I'm here, so I can say what I like, and John will have his piece tomorrow. But I felt like Calvert-Lewin did quite well today against arguably the two best centre-halves in the league. I thought he used his strength well. I thought he carried the ball well. He went down the line a couple of times. He won a couple of headers and carried the ball forward, got us out of trouble. There was the one time or two times when he's got a heavy touch and he puts himself in trouble. But I thought Calvert-Lewin was fine today, and I actually thought we significantly worse and had more pressure on us when Brozier was on the pitch. And that's not a dig at Brozier, by the way, because I think they're different players. I personally think I would have played Brozier on the wing. I actually think at that point I would have saw if Brozier could play on the right wing and kept Calvert-Lewin up front. But I honestly thought Calvert-Lewin did all right today, and he didn't have those chances, but what he did was I just felt like every time he got the ball, he did try and turn and go, and it was down the corner or down the channel or whatever it was, but I did feel like he was going in the right direction. I don't personally think Brozier did enough of that today for me. Again, he's coming back from injury. It's not a dig at Brozier at all. But that was the debate me and John had, was around Calvert-Lewin and Brozier. So I'm interested to get your take. Maybe I'm wrong and John's right. Maybe John's right and maybe I'm right and John's wrong. Who knows? But yeah, for me, I thought we were significantly better with Calvert-Lewin on the pitch than not on the pitch. Lindstrom and Harrison, it's a toss-up between two poor footballers. And I mean that. There's not even a necessary dig to either of them. I just think, Harrison is I don't think he's a Premier League footballer anymore. Or he's certainly not on the right side of the pitch. I think he's better on the left side. And Lindstrom is probably better as a 10 running through the middle. He looks slightly lost at times on this right-hand side. The midfield, I thought Mangala, again, excellent. Garner, again, thought was excellent. Corey, legs, all game, up and down, fine. Calvert-Lewin, Mikalenko, I thought he did a decent job on Saka. He weren't brilliant. Saka's always going to have the odd moment. But I thought he did fine. I thought he did okay. Ashley Young, again, professional performance, 39 years old. You can't really criticise him. I thought the two centre-halves had the moment. Branthwaite with that pass back, which was a stinker. And he's done it a couple of times this season already, so he needs to sort that. Because these short back passes could have got us in trouble again today. And it's already got us in trouble once this season. So there's that. And that header from Tarkowski, where he heads it back to Pickford, and Pickford's nowhere near it. He's not, he actually, Pickford saves today by doing this really weird netball type punch sort of thing, mid-air type bosh. So, yeah, I weren't thrilled with that. And Pickford made some big saves. Pickford made some saves, but that is what he's there for. And, I have, as I said to you after the Wolves game and the debrief, I said I have at times criticised this team. So has John, and we questioned the players' commitment to Sean Dyche, and you can't question it. A point away at Arsenal today is a point that a lot of the teams that are in and around us will not get. They're not going to get that. Wolves now, in my opinion, have to make a judgment call on Gary O'Neill. I'm pretty sure they've I think it finished 2-1. I know they scored last minute or close to last minute Ipswich, so I've jumped straight on the preview for this, so I haven't seen if they equalise, but if they haven't equalised there, Gary O'Neill's going to get sacked. There's no way Ipswich can go away from home and beat Wolves and he not get sacked. So yeah, I'm really interested to see. I'm really interested to see what the next few games hold, because, the Liverpool game was moved, fortunately, in my opinion, because I think it could have been quite scary. We've then had this game, which was followed previous performance was a 4-0 win, which could have been 9. I just feel like we're starting to grind it out a little bit. And when we get teams in and around us back at Goodison, we've still got Leicester to play at Goodison. We've still got Ipswich to play at Goodison. We've got Southampton to play at Goodison. They've got to be 9 points there. I think we're on 15 now, so that's 24. We've got to be able to pick up another 16 points in 17 games or whatever it works out to. We've got to be able to do that. We've just picked up a point away at Arsenal. So, if ever there's a performance that says to people Everton can go and get a result, it's that one. Watch that. It weren't great. It weren't nice to look at. We couldn't keep the ball. It was all Arsenal, but it was gutsy. It was strong. It was committed, and that's what you need in a relegation battle. And to be fair, as of right now, I think we were fine. I think we were fine. I have got concerns over Dyche. And I think it'll be interesting to see if and when or how the Freakins do something about that, because they've also got Kevin Furwell in the scene as well. If Dan Ashworth and Graham Potter is available and you get them dynamic duo back in, then why not? There's also rumours that the Freakin group are looking at Ancelotti for Roma. Could that end up being that they look at him for Everton? He did always make that comment that he'd like to come back into he'd like to walk Everton into the new stadium. But I'm not saying that could happen. I'm surmising. So it's going to be interesting what he does with Dyche and how long he sticks with this. But all in all, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled with that result. More than the performance, I'm thrilled with the result. It's a big point, and that'll surely help us going forward. And I think Everton are one of the only teams to deal with Arsenal from a set piece perspective. Again, happy about that as well. So, look, I'm leaving it there. I think that's a fairly standard debrief. Man of the match for me. It's a tough one, but I'd have to give it to one of the midfield, I think, or maybe Pickford. You've got to give it to one of those, I think. Yeah, good result. So, guys, leave it there. Enjoy your Saturday evening. Obviously, it is Christmas, so if you're doing things with the family, enjoy yourselves and look after yourselves and don't do anything stupid. I am much, much better. It's been a rough week. I was quite ill this week, and fortunate enough, I've sort of managed to pull myself back together. So that was great. Make sure you go to back4.com. The link is in the description below. Last minute Christmas presents. The cups are fantastic. They're like soup size, if you get what I mean. So that's really useful for someone who's trying to lose a bit of weight, like me, at Christmas, because that makes sense. And the hoodies, you've seen the hoodies. John was wearing the hoodie the other week. It was great, and the t-shirts are great quality. So yeah, all in all, make sure you go and give them some love. There's some new things coming out as well, which is great, and once we get our hands on them, we'll promote them and show you as well. So yeah, go and treat yourselves. But yeah, until then, until tomorrow, great result, happy days, and up the toffees. Right, peace.